Hi guys, Martin88 here and welcome back to another FIFA 23 video, and today we're having a look at some more tactics, online tactics. I know some of you get confused sometimes, but let me just be clear. With squad battles, I always play 4-2-3-1. Everything else is online, and every week I chop and change, try something different and tell you guys about it basically. So I really do enjoy going through the tactical aspect of the game, and today we're looking at the 4-4-2. Okay, so on screen right now you can see the team that I'm using, and that's the way I set it up for the chemistry. Okay, which taken a little bit of getting used to, but I think I'm pretty much there now. Hopefully you guys are as well. Now let's get into the actual tactics themselves. So before I do that, I always give you a little bit of a rundown of how I see a formation. So the 4-4-2 is a formation that I do like. I do like 4-4-2, but I've always been drawn to 4-2-3-1, and I believe that they are very, very similar, okay? In that they are both two balanced formations. So the 4-4-2 is what it says on the tin. It's the old-fashioned formation of English football, isn't it? 4-4-2 is very, very balanced, so it will give you the best of both worlds. You're not sitting back. You're not being, you're not being boring. Equally, you're not taking the game by the scruff of the neck, pressurising your opponent, winning it back quickly, etc., etc. And I actually think the way that this FIFA's going at the moment, where playing football is back in and not skill moves, that it's got a good place across this year. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I do believe that it could be a decent way to go, along with like the 4-2-3-1, more traditional formations, you know. Anyways, right, so style, defensive style, balance. This is going to surprise you. Balance, balance, balance is what I've talked about already so far in this video, okay? So we don't want to pressure them too much. Equally, we don't want to sit off and be a sitting duck. We want to be nice and balanced. Defensive width, I always, no matter what the formation really, I like to stay nice and narrow and force the opponent out wide, and that's why we have defensive width 40. The depth is at 50. Again, see, right in the middle. No, not either way. No, we're just nice and balanced at 50 depth. Offensive build-up play, balanced. Chance creation, balanced. Right, I know I'm repeating myself here, but we want all options open to us. Everything's on the table. We want to go long, we want to go short, we want to dribble. Whatever we want to do is available to us. That's the whole point of this. And often in these tactics videos, I say that if you don't want that, go pick a different formation. If you want to be on the front foot, nice and aggressive, then have a look at the 4-3-1-2 tactics that I put up over a week ago. You know, it's horses for courses, you know. Offensive width, 50. It's quite wide with the midfield anyway, so there's no need to change that either. Players in the box, it's nice and neutral. Met in the middle, 5. 5 players in the box, okay. Corners and free kicks, obviously, always on 2. Right, into the actual player instructions themselves and how this plays out. So back 4 always stay back while attacking, and normally I talk a lot about the fullbacks, whether you're carrying the ball forward yourself or triggering a run or something like that. I think that with the 4-4-2, it's one of them unique scenarios where the fullback actually has someone directly in front of them. So I think you can get the fullbacks involved, and what I just said about triggering runs would be a good one. If you've got the ball, say here with me, with Kieran Tierney, and you've got Leon Bailey in front of him, usher him along, trigger the run, push him along, and then your opponent's got to make a decision. Either they follow him or they come towards you. If they come towards you, into the central midfielder, back out to Bailey, you've got space. Equally, if they back off, you carry the ball forward with the fullback. Either way, you've got them on toast out there. So yeah, stay back while attacking, but we can still get the fullbacks involved a little bit. The midfield 2, okay? It's important to say they're not CDMs, they are central midfielders. And in a 4-4-2, old-fashioned box-to-box midfielders. And like I said, I can be quite old-fashioned in my thoughts with tactics, but that's what I enjoy. And we've got them on balanced attack and cover centre. Obviously, we want them to hold that middle part of the pitch for us big time. Obviously, with the 4-4-2, if you're central midfielders, you really want to try and be getting players that are well-rounded, which is difficult at this point in time. But I think Fred and Nunes pretty much fill that sort of mould. Maybe have a look at the likes of Paqueta, obviously your Bellinghams, Renato Sanchez, I know is expensive, but you get the idea, the type of midfielder that we're talking about. Onto the wingers, which here we've got Leon Bailey and Raheem Sterling. So obviously we want a lot of pace on the wings. So I have them on comeback on defence, so that when we are defending, that we've got a little bit more defensive help. But then for when we're breaking or when we win the ball back, have them on get into the box for crosses, because we don't have anything turned on with the actual tactics themselves, like direct passing or forward run. So we just want to give them a little something to make sure that they're moving for us and that they will end up getting into the box. That doesn't mean that we're necessarily swinging it in for them to head it in, but they will be making penetrating runs and maybe help our players with different options. Otherwise it could get a little bit stale, you know. So come back on defence and get into the box for crosses. Then up top we have got Diogo Jota and Gabriel Jesus, which are both very, very good. And this is something that I always say about have one get in behind and have one come short. They're quite much for muchness, these two, so you could do either or. But if one's coming a little bit deeper, it helps out with the midfield too. And by having one on getting behind as well, it keeps you a little bit unpredictable. And of course, what we said about the balance, we want all options open to us. And I feel that's what that does, if we're being completely honest. So yeah, that's the 4-4-2 player instructions and custom tactics. I think only use it really if you're somebody that is quite neutral with your approach. Like I said, there's no point starting to use it if you're somebody that really likes to take the game to people, or if you're somebody that likes to sit back. You know, this 4-4-2 is set up for somebody that is looking to be quite neutral with their approach and the best of both worlds, to be quite honest with you. So yeah, there we have it. So guys, that is it for today. Please drop a like on the video. Leave any comments you want about the 4-4-2. Let me know if there's any formations that you're enjoying at the moment. I'm definitely going to be trying some more out in the not so distant future. Let me know if there's any hidden gems that you've been using. I know a lot of people are talking about the 5-1-2-2. I'm trying to avoid that at the minute because a lot of people are using it. But yeah, there we go, guys. So enough said. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.